On Tuesday there is a session, Oppression, Me and You, okay? And with this I want to spend some time looking at what is oppression, okay? And different theories of oppression. And there are links into cultural learning and into about culture, about identity and different aspects. Okay?
So you are going to give like
Yes. And then getting people to look at how do I oppress myself? How do I oppress you? How do you oppress me? Yeah?
But during all the week or?
No, just in this.
Mario, and now did you understand the difference between the me and you and the global? Because it's a reflection upon in which situation am I the oppressed and in which situation am I the oppressor.
My concept is
but
that
I don't.
wait, because
I don't
let me
want
explain.
to put in the street way. I would like that the discussion will be more open for the participants. I don't want to give one street to follow at the start.
I don't give them the street to follow.
I'm giving it to you.
Yes.
You don't
what I'm saying, the concept of this session is to understand oppression for ourselves, because often as workers we work with people who are oppressed, and we always look at the big picture of oppression.
And like
it's
we
other
were
people.
excluded.
It's not me.
And like we were
But
excluded.
in fact, we are also oppressed.
And
if we can understand oppression in ourselves, then my understanding then is that it's better
and
than
for
to
the
understand
work,
oppression
that's
for others
essential
and
for
our
work.
Yes.
For work, that is essential. It's not thinking about others, but thinking first about yourself. You can't be excluded.
The methodology. So I would like to have an example. In the methodology, we ask to the participant, or we make.
I think everything begins here, in the European Youth Center from the Council of Europe. They decided, some person, to give better access to young people from excluded areas and disadvantaged young people to the programs of the Council of Europe.
I work in primary prevention of drug addiction in Lisbon. So I'm working with children and youngsters, teenagers, so from 6 years old till 18-year-old.
I work for Warwickshire Association of Youth Clubs. Warwickshire is a region in the middle of England, and I work on a project with them on part-time hours, 25 hours per week, running a motor project, working with young people who steal cars, or young people from youth club, young people who are in exclusion, they don't have opportunity for work or things like this. And we look with them about driving the cars, a little about maintenance and mechanic, and also about theory, looking at different things like environmental issue, the cost, the crime, when people steal cars, what is the consequence, not only for them, but for the people who lose the car.
I think it's not really a coincidence that I'm here also because of Youth Express Network, because I am in contact with them already for 2 years, because I like ideas what they promote and I like the work what they are doing, because it's one of the organizations which is on the they are very close to grassroots level, to the grass actually, to very concrete and very obvious things that are happening in everyday life.
This seminary was an idea that was born after a reflection that in the end we made 2 years ago. It was about the importance to trainer the trainer. Why? Because we have a lot of persons in the network that know so many methodology of work, of youth work. And so we decided a priority to work with the trainer of the youth. So in this case we work about the oppression. Usually in Europe the youth live some kind of oppression. Can be oppression in the family, can be oppression in society, can be oppression for the culture. And so we choose to touch this argument in this seminary.
Boal's work was changing throughout time. First, he was reacting towards the oppression and the social oppression, and he was even arrested plenty of times because he was fighting the social and political system. And he was trying to fight it towards theater, using theater. First, he was doing plays and acting plays about social problems. Like, for instance, if people were starving and were dying, he would play that, and he would make a show, a performance about that. Actors would do everything on stage, and he was feeling that like that he would be contributing for the awareness of society and for making people then fight for a cause. And those warming up exercises that were specifically for self-consciousness were then gathered, and a part of the forum theater warming up exercises was having a different name, the Rainbow of Desire.
Okay, the first thing you do is you belt your partner up a bit, yeah? All over the body, down the arms, down the legs. Okay, so everyone want to go? Okay. It's perfectly legal. I want you to close your eyes. Feel the shoulders and their arms, yeah, so that if you were to have to find them again, you would be able to. Okay. Now, with your eyes closed, please don't open your eyes. Don't open your eyes. Now what you need to do is to remake the circles that you were in before. You need to, without speaking, you need to find the shoulders that you had before.
We can move the hand.
Yes, you can move the hands. You have to move the hands to be able to rediscover the shoulders. It was the other way. You're reversed. Okay, interesting. The same partner, but well, the direct. Right. Okay. Same. You everything was okay. You were the right way. Okay. The tips of the fingers are about the hairline, and the base of the palm is at the chin. Okay. The hairline as the partner B is comfortable. Yeah, so, yeah, as close as you are. important in this exercise that you make sure that people are comfortable where your hand is. I was working with a group of young women, very angry young women once, and I went to demonstrate with her and put my hand a bit too close to her face, and she was very close to slapping me.
She thought possible.
And with two hands and two people. The two people mustn't touch. Yeah? A and B must not touch. But you can cross them over. You can cross your hands.
Oh no. What are you doing? Not like you with my eyes.
You're so lucky you've got me.
Well, a couple of weeks ago I've started writing a project. It's for young people who have nothing to do, who are not studying, not working, basically have a lot of free time. And we offer them to do volunteer social work for 9 months. And I've started working in a psychological and social aid organization. And that's how I found out about this seminar. I didn't know anything about Express Youth Network before that.
I'm a volunteer in Save the Children of Macedonia for almost 6 years now. And basically we work with children up till 14 years of age, but also we work with teenagers and young people. And mainly we work with disadvantaged group of children, like children from foster homes. Then we have minority children. We work on tolerance and peaceful coexistence. Macedonia is a multi-ethnic country, so in my work I meet every day with different cultures. So international, cultures, different cultures, and different cultures in one country, it's, the same, because you have differences, but you have also similarities, and you must learn how to cope with them, how to put them together in one big piece, one part.
So now what you can do is you hang your pieces of paper up on the washing line and write on them what your expectations are for the next week, and you will also write up on the other piece of paper what you hope will not happen during the week, and on the third, on the hat, what your contribution to the course could be, and then take some time to read what other people have written, what other people's expectations are, what other people hope to contribute, or what they indeed fear may happen during the week.
During our workshop, we are going to work on situation of oppression, which you will choose. We are going to make pictures of this situation with all persons who are included, and we are going to try to understand how they feel, what they think about. We are going to work on empathy, And then we are going to try to change this situation of oppression. What would I do if I was in this situation? What would you do? We are going to try this if it works. Huh? And then this is one part of our workshop. The second part is, the first part is the one I told you, sculptures. We are going to use our bodies and make sculptures, situation of oppression, okay, and try to solve the conflict, try to improve the situation. First part. Second part is to make plays which ends bad. There is a conflict, there is the oppressor and oppressed person. And then we are going to play this to the audience who will come here on Friday evening. And we are going to ask them, what would you do if you were in this situation? With simple words, that's what we are going to do. And it is very easy, very funny, everybody can do it. So I'm looking forward to work with you.
I work with girls between 14 and 18 years who are placed in our home by youth judge, and I do with them for 4 months training on social skills. And we use different methods. We work with video, and now we want to work with theater also, so that's why I'm here. All girls I work with have all different problems and have their own cultural things, and I always think the way they react to each other is very much that they don't understand why the other is doing this, because they're very much concentrated on their own problems, on their own ways of bouncing their head to the wall. So I think it's very good that I have this experience in intercultural things, because it puts me in a position that I think they feel very much this position of not knowing very well who is the other one, and yeah, I think it's important to open mind of people.
Okay, my first experience was in Polsuce, that was a small refugee camp near Mostar. I was there with Arci, an Italian organization, and I worked as a volunteer, especially organizing activities for children, so social, recreational activities and educational. And also with women in the camp and old men. So they had the opportunity to work, for example, with wool or wood, so, and also sell some of their products. This was my first experience, and lasted 8 months. So at the beginning I was a volunteer, and then a coordinator of the group of volunteers coming.
When we grow up, we forget how to play. We leave it in the childhood and we forget. But when you are a child and you see someone of your own size in the playground, then you just go up to them and say, "Hello, who are you?" When we grow up, we forget how to do this. It's a little more, I don't know if I have the courage to say hello. So we use these games to bring people's expression out of them.
May I ask you a question now? If everybody washed your socks before to come here?
What did you say?
If everybody washed your socks before to come here?
Today?
Yes, today. No? No. Yeah, we can check.